Yes, the lads. Yes, not there. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? It looks like we're live. Shrew's in the building. What's going on, mate? What's going on, pal? I'm just checking on my phone if we are. Yeah, it does look like we're live, doesn't it? Go on, the lads. Buy and brew, Tangleberry. What's going on, lads? How's the weekend gone? So I need to just charge my phone a minute. 2 seconds. Alright, I'm ready to go. My phone's on 20, 30%. So, what's going on, lads? Matty, David, all the boys are in. DD. Unexpected pop-up. Not really got too much on, so I thought we'd just pop in and just chat about how the weekend's gone so far. Why is this guy after Jimmy Mauer, by the way? Is Pice injured or something? I know he obviously played before he was at Indonesia, in the Indonesian games, but surely Mauer's not going to play midweek, is he? I've got a couple of offers for him, and I'm unsure why, so any information on that would be great. But yeah, how's your game weeks going, lads? I was just having a little look through all the scores if I'd kind of missed any. Dennis, what's going on, mate? Ian? Just catching up on the chat. Right. AG, Johnny, all the lads are in. Kyogo got a clearance off the line, not shown on Sorare, but my reply said at the time there was a VAR ruled out for penalty and didn't see if it was offside. Need Quinny on this one. Ooh, I've not heard about that, to be fair. I've not heard about that that clearance off the line. Matty said, I think I'm on 5 boxes. One of my better weekends, no actual rewards, but I'll take it. Sorry, I was mid-burp. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take 5 boxes that can, easily turn into a few cards at some point. Although never won anything so many positive for the gallery, just one of those game weeks, which might have been. Yeah, I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. Johnny says, by a ball here, 4 points for the Mbappe comp. I think I blanked. Well, I know I blanked. I don't know why I'm saying I think. I know I blanked. Yeah, 358. Dunk did okay. Obviously, Dembele did his thing, but got the clean sheet. But yeah, KDB and Gross. Who would have thought? 6 goals between them, for the teams, and obviously no decisives. Yeah, bit of a killer. Just kind of scanning through North London Derby. I haven't seen the highlights of that yet either, so I need to watch that. Did Saka actually go off injured, or is that just, an optic injury, shall we say? My boy Bilal Brahimi on loan from Nice. First game in Belgium, smashing it. I did not use Pedri in a good lineup, and he's stuck it up me big time there. Porto, no clean sheet. I had a double decisive here. Ito and Nakamura. I have both of them in season. I didn't play them in the same lineup, so that was great. Who scored for Toulouse? Big Jan Gubo. Malcolm McKenzie. Wow, go on the boy. Restes with a clean sheet. Werder Bremen Mainz. How did Amiri score? 26 AA. Not terrible. Zetner with an error led to goal. Not ideal. Newcastle won, didn't they? I seen Bruno got an assist. Shah goal. Wow, Tonali AA season, by the way. 26 AA. Joe Willock, very good score that. Okay. Let me just catch up on the chat. AG says he thinks he's on to win a box or 2. Love to see him, mate. Had a few mares with lineups, but a few boxes, can't complain. Luke, love that, mate. Shafor, what's going on, pal? I've got 346 points from Mbappe. That's good going, mate. That is very well within that 400 mark. Fair play. On 340 and under 23 with Vega to play. Ooh, Dennis, you must have a very similar lineup to my Road to Glory lineup then, because the Road to Glory, lads, let me just tell you, is on fucking top this weekend. It's about time. Okay, my captaincy is obviously questionable so far. It should have been Bass. Like, I secretly knew it before the game week, if I'm being completely honest. I captained Bass in one of my other good lineups. It's super rare. I knew it was going to be Bass, but it was just one of them where I just thought, you know what? Let me give Negley the chance. He scored last game. I know, Bass got a clean sheet last game as well. But, lads, we are flying. 48 points to a tier 5, 62 to a tier 4, 78, to a tier 3. That would be unbelievable. That would be back-to-back promotions, technically. Ooh, Marcolades just sent me a trade. Rodrigo in season's gone. Wow, he's got some players there. Kavicha, James McCarthy, Pornardi. Interesting. Dolgan Alemdar, sorry. Ernest Poku. That isn't a bad trade. Not a bad trade at all. So yeah, Road to Glory's flying. Second Div 1 Prem in season. Gypsy Gaming. Love that, mate. It's not Gypsy. Maybe I've pronounced that wrong, but yeah, that's fair play, mate. Charles, what's going on, mate? 4 promotions for Shivorical. Love it. Yeah, also had Bass and Guzman. Love it. Kenzo on fire, George, isn't he? I've managed to not get relegated considering. Had 8 players not starting. Wow. David says he's got 5 boxes, 5 promotions, and some near misses. Rafa, BCM, Trabzonspor scoring with their only shot on target. Cost me a huge score. Yeah. That Besiktas game was always destined, I think, for a few reds and goals. Both teams, sorry, it feels like. Especially because they were away. Trabzonspor, no mugs, are they really? Tangleberry currently on for 9 boxes and about £8 from 9 lineup. Should have been more, but split the Celtic stack up. So Shinny DMP did he? What was? I'm sure Ian can shine light on that one. But yeah, why did Shinny DMP? This is my best lineup. 442 points gets you zilch in Division 1 Challenger in season. 38 points away from the lowest cash prize. Obviously, I will be getting a box, which is obviously not the end of the world, because we are very close to crafting another Super at some point, maybe this coming Tuesday. But paid £50 for Tommy St. Jargo. I paid 180 for Didilion. Like my in-season boys there, expenditure-wise, basically paid themselves because I already finished 4th, I think it was, in D3 a couple of weeks ago. So I kind of brought the stack in for this Eredivisie comp this weekend, so that might be quite fun. But this is the one, though. I know Rodrigo came off the bench and didn't really do too much. But if I'm looking here, if Santiago Ramos Mingo can get me like 90 points, which is a stretch, we could win D1 under 23 Super Rare. And he is capable. Like, I'm not, I don't want to jinx him, but we know he is capable of these monster 65 AA games. 26 last game, okay, clean sheet. They are away, though, which is worrying because, as you can see, his away scores aren't as good as home scores. This is why we're all fans of home games. But, yeah, you just never know. I mean, it would have been Mendy in there. So, Mendy obviously DMP'd, so I'll take anything at this point, Kind of got my captain. Look at that. They basically scored the exact same points. 0.1 difference. Got the clean sheet. I didn't have any forwards that scored this weekend at under 23, barring one player that I own who wasn't expected to start, plays for Standard Liège. I won him as a tier 5 like 2 weeks ago. Where's he to? This guy. Sofian Bendida. And he only pulls out a double decisive this weekend. Okay, no AA. Scored a penalty against Denda and obviously got an assist. So yeah, he's literally the only forward I think at Super Rare that scored like a decisive for me. Obviously didn't play him. This lineup's still going though. This one's quite funky as well. Bass captain. You could argue Bass should have been in here, but it was a bit of a toss-up. What is Florentino Luis scoring goals doing? Like, what is all that about? Guy does not get over the halfway line. Nosebleed merchant, but I think I had a little an opta adjustment on him there. But, is lineups out for this? Yes, Piton's in and Jardim's in. Up the boys. I was going to say I had 408 points. We're 100. Yeah, we're miles off winning. I mean, we could scrape a top 10 if the clean sheet comes in. Tough game though, away to Flamengo. Have they got all the boys in as well? Yeah, Rajo, Gerson, Plata just signed. Okay, so no Der Sketter, whatever his name is. Gabriel Barbosa on the bench. David Luiz on the bench. Mateus Cunha on the bench. De La Cruz is not in the squad. Vinya's not in the squad. You know what? I hadn't Payet started as well. I didn't play my Payet this week. Up the Vasco. That's all I'll have to say. But yeah, they're my 2 most promising lineups. This probably doesn't do much, to be completely honest. This could have done a bit if Diego Gomez decided to to do a little bit, but it seems like I was miles off it in the end to win in anyway. Top four would have been in reach somewhat. Danny Welbeck, no goal. Szoboszlai, a couple of attempted assists. Got the clean sheet in, but yeah, nobody peaked there. Kaminski, very rare clean sheet for him. The rest of the lads didn't do too much. There was the other Julian Bass, but I didn't captain the rare one. I captained Mertens, which is obviously a bit of a mistake. My best lineup on paper, going into the game, I really thought this one would smash, but it didn't, obviously. Cucho and Lucho playing against each other. Two big chances created, obviously, for Cucho. Two attempted assists for Lucho. Not good. Not good. Seattle boys to run. Ito smashed, but it was too far gone at that point. Diaz came off the bench for 6 minutes. Pep Roulette's just a fucking disaster, isn't it? This was on paper, my best lineup in under 23 rare, but Trubin conceded after legitimately 1 minute. Jankovic did well. Fruk didn't do as well, neither did Simsia. And I think Jursic went off injured. Big Stinge Van Gassel. People giving me stick saying, Robin Roofs is the boy. I mean, not bad in Tuna loss to PSV, that. El Ghazi started his first game. Promising signs, maybe. Big Wallace later. This was just a bit of a throwaway champ team. This was a bit of a throwaway as well. George Campbell, by the way, 35 AA. No clean sheets. Not terrible, not terrible. This one was kind of fun if Genk just decided not to concede a couple of goals. But they did. Rusnak still to play. I mean, if Rusnak pops, there's probably a box in there, isn't there? At best. And then the RTG on top. I did pull... Who did I pull again? Castro Montes, wasn't it? I pulled the Castro Montes limited from a Rivals box, so that was amazing. I've got him up for sale if anyone wants to buy him. I know he gave away a pen today, but you'd be helping out the Road to Glory a lot if you bought him off me. Because he's like legitimately £6. Yeah, well, around £6. I think he auctioned for £6 earlier. So yeah, if anyone wants an Alessio Castro Montes, I am your man that you want to be buying off. Diaz hit the post, didn't he, I think, in this one. And then, Salzburg game was off. So this is still playing, to be fair. By the way, Felipe Anderson's completely turned around his fortunes at, last 3 games, 82, 85, 58. Some big AA games there for a forward. I kind of knew he would come good, but I didn't think it would take this long. And he's playing against my boys next game, which is not ideal. But yeah, that might get a box if I'm lucky. Maybe. There's where I wasted Pedri. And big Moranchuk. Huge disappointment watching him yesterday. And Atlanta. Atlanta were fucking rubbish, by the way. Let me just catch up on the chat, lads. Sorry. 65 of us in here, lads. If you can get a cheeky like on the stream if you haven't already, that would be massively appreciated. Right, let me scroll back a minute right there. Rico Man's getting 25 quid in contender, same points in challenger, but only getting a box. Wow. Big Luke Ayling. What a man. What a man, Tango Berry. Shinny was ill. Killer. Mine went kind of meh with Doku and Pedro DMP. João Pedro, that is, yeah. Guardia was benched. Liverpool lost to Forest. It was a weird week in Prem, wasn't it, Cuba? It was actually a really weird week in Prem, like scoring-wise. If we look at like Premier League scoring. Obviously, City didn't get the clean sheet, did they? So let's go filter by competition, Prem. So obviously no games Friday. Yesterday we had United. So that was, I mean, it wasn't a shock, but like De Ligt 100, Onana penalty save, Lisandro 50, that defensive stack there alone is going to win, a good chunk. And then, more often than not, somebody's going to have a Bruno. And then more often than not, they're probably going to have a Rashford. So like the whole United stack did really well for once. Brighton couldn't score. Defensively, there's a few good scores there, but nothing crazy. Palace, 2-2. So there's not going to be that many great scores here. Although, I mean, Eze, good AA. Wharton, fine AA. But nothing like, nothing above, 80. Lacroix with an 80 there. Fulham, 1-1. I said this had 0-0 written all over it. 1-1 wasn't too far removed from that. Bowen assist. West Ham have been not great, have they? Like, look how defensive that is. Edison Alvarez, Rodriguez, and Souček as your middle three. Like, what are we doing? It's so anti-football, isn't it? Emile Smith-Rowe scored pretty well, to be fair. And then Liverpool losing. I mean, that was the biggest shock, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Trent pulling in that was a killer. Like, I really thought that could have been a massive game for him this weekend. But yeah, Alanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi come off the bench, making the difference for Forest. But yeah, that messed up so many Premier League teams, didn't it, really? And then City, I mean, like, De Bruyne, everyone blanking here, realistically, apart from Haaland, who, okay, he scored 2 goals, but there's no AA as usual with him. Edison had an error led to goal given, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. I knew he had an assist, but I didn't realise he had an error. That must have got added a bit late, no? So yeah, and then Arsenal today. Well, we can go through these scores as well. Villa beat Everton. McNeil scored really well, but outside of that, no clean sheets. It's just a really low scoring. I don't know the scores exactly in the competitions, but I can't imagine they were that high. Okay, Sanchez scored pretty well considering he conceded a pen, but I guess he saved it. Nobody else outfield, like Palmer blanked. Everyone basically blanked. Okay, Caicedo scored decent AA. And then today, who did we have? Yeah, North London derby. Okay, Saka did okay. Gabriel did good. So did Raya. Outside of that, there's still not many big scores. And then Newcastle again. It was a really this was the week. If you were gonna pop this weekend, this is where the United stacks pop. This is where Chelsea a bit, but not too much. Okay, Arsenal still semi-scored okay in areas, but there's not a 5 to pick. Oh wow, don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know. Yeah, you couldn't have picked the 5 basically. So yeah, really weird week. Not that I have one Prem team, but not too many. Tom says, "Hey Harry, how's your game week going? My game week is going bad. I'm only going to win 1 box." Happens, Tom. Happens, mate. I'm only. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm only on track to win maybe 2 or 3 boxes right now. No cards, but of course 4 boxes maybe. But that can definitely change quite quickly. Yeah, we just dust ourselves off and go again. Tom says, "Evening, Harry. Just popped in for a second. Say my game week has been incredibly average. Have a good night." Happens, mate. We know it happens, don't we? Been watching your videos for ages. I've been playing Sorare basketball for a couple of years, but finally gave it in and put 50 quid into some in-season contender cards. Wow. Is that in-season contender, Jord? Limited, Jord, I'm going to assume. Palmer says, 391 points in Mbappe comp. Nutter. That is horrible. One decisive off a star tier, and I believe I should have gotten it. Do you know if it's a goal line clearance if the shot pass comes from its own player? Good question, Moritz. I don't know. That's a very good question. I really don't know. Johnny squeezed it in. That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. He squeezed in the 400 points. It's matter how much knowledge you pick up. Oh, 100%, mate. 100%, Jordan. Pepetta, what's going on, pal? What's going on, mate? Just catching up on the chat here. Do you know why Lucho is not playing much? Lucho was suspended for a little bit and he was injured as well, Tom. There was a bit of, last month or so hasn't been great for Lucho. Had a Wolves start, Carvey said, was going so well. Lamine captain, and then Newcastle scored a couple. Ooh, Stephen says he'll take Castro Montes. I'm not giving him away, by the way, Stephen, if that's what you mean. No, I'm definitely needing to sell him. He's part of my budget for the under 23s. So yeah, if you're willing to make me an offer, great, but I can't be giving him away for free. Sorry, I'm currently 6th in the in-season Challenger Limited. Well done, Jacob. That's amazing. Fabian, what's going on, pal? Turbo. Most of my lineups were rubbish, but finished 2nd in EPL Classic Rare. Wow. What division was that in, Turbo? I managed to get the scores. It's just a case of longing the players up properly. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? You know, if you've got a gallery big enough these days, there's going to be green scores. It's just fucking getting them all in one, which is, of course, the hardest thing to do. Ryan, what's going on, mate? Next week is an open week with City versus Arsenal. Good point, right? Yeah, 100%. James says, nearly 4 years in and got my first podium. First in Classic EPL, Div 4, 440 points with the United stack. James, that's amazing, mate. Unbelievable. Kuba, I cannot be 5th all the time, can I? Exactly, mate. It comes in waves, this game. That's one thing I've learned. Leo says, first game week and I'm playing Sorare Pro. I'm happy with my Bundesliga team. The rest were kind of meh. yeah, we'll take that for a first game week. They could be a lot worse, Leo. Had quite a few great individual scores in limited, but mostly they didn't fall in the same lineups. That's the hardest thing to get right, Jacob. And yeah, it just comes with time. It comes with time, luck, timing. Timing of players' fixtures all falling together. And Turbo's 8th in the Mbappe comp. That's ridiculous. What score have you got there, mate? Ooh, come and make me an offer then, Stephen, and he's yours. Well, a respectable offer. I'm not getting my pants pulled down, but I will sell him to you for a decent price. Haber's in first, and he's winning a tier 2. That's amazing, Turbo. Right, I'm nearly caught up with the stream, by the way, lads. Oh, the stream. The chat. 8 DMPs in 8 separate lineups, Victor says. All supposedly stars, but either getting injured in warm-ups. Jesus, that's the worst feeling ever, by the way. I'm very, very sorry you had to experience that. Getting postponed due to weather. Yeah, that was, I guess, Salzburg, sorry. What a tough weekend for my lineups. Fabian's got 2 podiums. That's ridiculous, mate. Unbelievable. Ipswich rear side was on for a podium, but got opted down. Nah, I'm gutted for you, Ben. I really am, mate. That's horrible. Exactly, Johnny. £6 is an under 23 keeper. I'll be playing 2 lineups before we know it. Yeah, tough week for DMPs. Hearts keeper, Shinny, foremost Mendy. To be fair, Kieran, that foremost Mendy one was like kind of known. Like on the deadline stream, I know you might not have been around for it, but we kind of were able to kind of detect that one. Yeah, before the game week had sort of opened or closed or whatever. So yeah, but I was also, yeah, this was kind of my plan, obviously, to chat through the game week, but I was also going to have a look at what we've got going on for the midweek. So obviously the Champions League in-season comp is alive, isn't it? Oh, I guess I just threw in this lineup. That probably won't work anymore. So let me go discover new competitions. We have the Mbappe comp. I'll have a little look into that as well. In seasons, this is the one with like 7K, right? Yeah, 7,000. My issue is I don't have enough in-season lineups. Like I have Trubin, and then I would have to have gone out and bought. Like I have Jordan Latomba. I actually got an assist on his debut for Feyenoord. He's supposed to be the new Gertruda, hopefully. But yeah, outside of that, I just don't have the in-season boys, which is an issue, I guess. So yeah, I'm probably going to be sticking to playing the classic version, which thankfully is a thing. Like we do have the classic one, which contains boxes and cards, which, can't complain. I'm glad Sorare kind of, came round to, bringing both out in the end, rather than just putting all the cards and boxes and money in the in-season one. I think that was a good move. How many all-star lineups do we get? 3 as well, okay. And then challenges open, of course, under 23 and training. So it's going to be a pretty jam-packed midweek, to be fair. Pretty packed week. Daniel Cooper, what's going on, pal? What's going on, mate? Interesting to see that only EPL Classic Div 1 would have given me a better prize this week than Div 4. That's mental. That is actually nuts, James. Like that, is that the problem with divisions? Maybe, but I don't know what the fix is really. But yeah, that is nuts. Like whoever, I don't know. That's just it's just how it falls though, right? Like a few of the lesser teams, but the teams that maybe would, like say if you had a Man City and a Man United stack this weekend before the game week, and you had 2 choices, you had to play one in Div 1 and one in Div 4. You are just going to play the Man United stack in D4. Like there's just no doubt about it. You're obviously going to play the Man City stack in D1 because best matchup, whatever. And then long and behold, Pep Roulette hits, 3 DMPs, United stack absolutely smashes, and that's why the scores are really high in D4 that weekend type of thing like that. I'm not saying that's the case in every scenario, but that that's probably not a bad way of sort of gauging what's happened this weekend. Are we playing Modric this week? I don't know, Ben. I'll have a little look on Football Fantasy. These are usually half decent with their predictions. They might not have done it yet, so yeah, it doesn't look like we have predictions yet. Or maybe we do. Yeah, this is what. So they reckon that can't be right. They reckon Bellingham and Tchouaméni maybe come in for the midweek, according to this. So yeah, maybe not the best best bet to... Oh, we have... Yeah, we do have some Liga games, don't we, as well? I forgot about that. So we have Champions League. So Real Madrid lineup has been done. So they're saying 50-50 between Tchouaméni and Modric, which I can understand. Like, that is a bit of a toss-up, isn't it? That is a bit of a toss-up. I don't know where I'd be swaying there. That's a tough one. I own both, so I'm probably going to get screwed either way. I'm sure. Club Brugge, Dortmund lineups. PSG. Benfica lineups have been done as well. Flows in, Trubin. Leverkusen. Andrich, 50%. Oh, Palacios is back as well, is he? That might be a nightmare to predict who's going to play out of those lot all the time. Libertadores and Sudamericana. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to... Well, am I going to definitely play the classic one? Depends what... Like, I only have one keeper, so Trubin has to be my keeper. Got a couple of defensive options, mainly revolving around Diaz and Militao. Midfield is either Gluch, it could be Sabosai, could even be Pedri, Tchouaméni. There's a few half-decent options there. And then up front, it's basically Vinny, Rodrigo. I'm not going to use Saganikov away to PSG, I don't think. And then Luis Diaz. It's probably something like this. I mean, who are Gluch? Sparta Prague. That could be a decent game. Salzburg didn't play this weekend, did they? So you'd have to think they're relatively fit for that. And then it's either Militao or Diaz. I don't even know what's... I mean, Stuttgart ain't up to much, are they, really? You'd have to think Madrid score pretty well there. Something like that. I mean, the pick score would look even better if I played Diaz, but of course, people might think that Militao might not play. But I think I would do this, I reckon. But like half that team is under 23. Well, no, more than half, 80% of it. So, like if I play Trubin in under 23, it's obviously a lot more powerful. I could end up having a half decent. Like I could even go like this could be. That looks way stronger, by the way. You know what? That might be the first ever time, lads, I've seen a lineup in my lineup builder with a 90 strength rating. I don't think I've ever had one at 90. I've probably had high 80s. I don't think I've ever had a 90. And the beauty of this is I could go 2 under 23 lineups because I have Brady as well away to Nashville. Okay, the defender gets a bit dicey here maybe, but could still put out a half decent team. Ledesma. I'm not playing Ledesma. Timber. Did Savio actually get injured yesterday? I saw he went off, but I just didn't know if it was like legitimately an injury or not. Oh wow, Gala are playing at home, are they? Jesus, I didn't. Is that a league game? Is it? Why is it a random Turkish league game? That's a bit strange, no? Second team doesn't look as good, does it? But the first team, like that's a podium dangerous team if I do say so myself. But then the prize is obviously way better, from like card to card in that Champions League. In that Champions League tourney, because I guess you can only win Champions League cards, right? That would have to be the gig on that one. Challenger, how do we do it? Discover new comps, classic, and then go star res. I'm going to assume it's only Champs League players, right? Yeah, it is. It is only Champs League players. Vitinha and... Oh, wow, the star rare pool's quite big, though, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that is star rare, no? Yeah, this is tier 1. Like, that's where you're better off. I say better off. You're only better off if your team's still strong, Like, that 5 that I just built there is obviously way stronger than under 23. Well, I say way stronger. It's just probably It's probably marginally stronger, isn't it, compared to that team I built in the champ comp. But we also have challenger, don't we? Got a couple of in-season challenger lineups to go out as well. Seattle have an absolutely killer matchup again, don't they? So those will be getting utilised. I think Cucho's at home as well. Where's Cooch? There he is. Oh, no, he's not. He's away to Toronto. My bad. It was Buanga that was at home. And then, of course, Mertens is as well. We've got options. We've definitely got options for the midweek. So I'm just catching up on the chat. Sebastian, how many do you think are going to be in Limited Classic Champions League tournament, would you guess? Let me have a look. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat, lads. I'm just going on tangents. Let's have a look. How many are in there now? And I'll give you it's obviously a guesstimate, isn't it? But what is it on so far? Discover new comps. Did you say the in-season one? Oh, you said classic. Let's have a look. Wow, there's 3,600 so far. Jesus. Top 10% get boxes. 750 get... I reckon there's going to be at least 7,000, if not more, I would say, because it is multi-entry as well. So I'd maybe push that to like 8. I reckon 8 to 10,000 if I had to guess. 8 to 10,000, I would say. Steven says he doesn't see my card for sale. Ooh, that's weird. My listings. It's this card here. Where is it to? 143. Shrew says, yeah, you're right, Shrew. Thank you for explaining that. Okay, Charlie. Yeah. Ooh, Charlie's on it today with his predictions. I seen the threads. It's all going off on Twitter. It's all going off. Don't you think Doku starts? Yeah, he's got to start, hasn't he, Seb? Got to start. Bob Franklin, what's going on, mate? Ben said that looks disgusting. Yeah, that's probably the first time I've had like a 90 rated lineup, genuinely, in any scarcity. It's Turkish league, all kinds of chaos happened. Good point, Kuba. One that was called off for Euro qualifiers, got you. I got you. Hoping Fry. Yeah, I'm hoping Fry's back tonight as well. I didn't risk him in like a lineup to where... I probably should have risked him in my D1 lineup looking back, but easy to say that now, isn't it, in hindsight? But instead of Costa... Ooh, nice. Yuito got a little boost. What did he get boosted on? Ooh, he got a big chance created. That's... And they took away a tackle. Okay. Took away a tackle, but got a big chance created. I'll take that. By the way, Ito off the bench, 29 minutes, 22 AA. Was Cherky on the bench, or was he just dead? Is Cherky still dead, lads? Or is he back in the squad? No, he's out of the squad. That situation is just so weird, isn't it? Wow, Atletico won 3-0. Mamadashvili mudded. That can't be bad for me. By the way, I bought this Affengrubber guy a couple of weeks ago when he moved to Elche, and this is his first start, to be fair. 27 AA with 2 goals conceded as a centre half. 7 duels won, 3 lost, 2 interceptions, 2 tackles, and decent passing stats as well. He could be one to look out for. Keep an eye on him. I can't imagine he's that expensive. £6, Jesus. 50p for a rare. Oh, we sold him. Someone bought him. Let's go. Right, I'm gonna go buy a David. We're buying a David Affenberger. Little limited one. We're gonna buy him off Roxy. All right, let me do my code thing. Thank you for whoever bought it. I guess it was you, Stephen. I really appreciate that. That does allow me now to... 365. We're already spunking our money. There's our defender in 54 pence. Don't mind if I do. 11%. 11. 11. Level 11. 50p. What a bargain that is. And he gives us some depth now in the defender department alongside Vega. That's good business, by the way. We sold Castro Montes for £6.50, and we've brought in Affenberger for 50 pence. Don't mind it. Stephen, you're an absolute legend, by the way. I really appreciate that. Genuinely. It means a lot. It means a lot, mate. Diego got F by the Austria games. Oh, mate, yeah. I got F'd in one of my lineups, but yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I really am. Just catching up. Going to be crazy competitive. Yeah, scores. Well, I don't know. Is there that many like crazy good matchups for the midweek? Let me look back on. I'm just going to go through the actual comp and just see what like fixtures really stand out. So view all matches. Sorry, lads, I'm not even on my screen. Am I? My bad. So this is obviously the matches. Like Juve, PSV, like Real Madrid could smash. Like that is a worry. Liverpool away to Milan, I don't see it being like Smashville. Bayern at home to Zagreb could be Smashville. Celtic at home to Bratislava, yeah, maybe. PSG as well. So there's 4 fixtures. City 5 fixtures that could be tasty. Arsenal away to Atalanta, I don't think that's that easy. I say there's like 5 fixtures there that I'm like, wow, yeah, we could see some good scores. 6 maybe at a push, maybe Liverpool, but I'm not too high on it. I think you could get away with, probably 4 or 5 fixtures there being like really competitive, and then obviously subsequently scores being pretty high. Tom's looking forward to next game week. Have a lineup score of 78. Love that. That's awesome. Yeah, next weekend's going to be fun. Affenberger. Is that his name, Bob, or am I just saying it wrong? Celtic will smash. Yeah, I don't know how bad Bratislava is, but I can't imagine they're that good. So, for under 23s, you look at Amin Lacha, defender playing for CDM. From what I can tell, has been scoring good. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at big Amin. What was it? Amin Lach. This guy. Oh, Willem too. Yeah. I've got a player for Willem too. Oh, wow. Yeah. Jesus. Scored really well. 11 quid. 2 quid in season price. So what is he? CDM. Has he got a defender card or a mid card? Oh, that's why. Yeah, he's got a defender card. So he's playing midfield, but of course, defender card. Yeah, that'll do it. He's just sort of sweeping up just in front of the defense. I have the defensive stack. I have St. Jago and Didilion, but yeah, this guy looks pretty interesting actually. Defender card as well. I like the look of that. I really like the look of that. Some very good AA scores there. Tough couple of fixtures coming up, but yeah, that's impressive. Fair play. Very good player. Defender, yeah, I got his card special edition. Love that. That's amazing. Bayern, Real, City, Celtic are the matchups. Yeah, I agree, Marcus. If you wanted to condense it to 3, yeah, I'd agree. Seb said I got Trent, Maka, Doku, Watkins. I need a goalkeeper. You think for Classic to buy Martinez? Would you be able to play or worth? Or probably not worth it. Could use Martinez for in-season moving forward. I mean, yeah, if you had a goal of playing in-season Prem, with the Martinez, and I don't think it's a terrible time to kind of, get one with, the added utility or whatever. Affin Grubber, like Jacob said. It's, Ekstrom Graz boy, Yeah, who was, one of my mates, who plays Sorare with me? He's had him for ages, to be fair, and I messaged him saying, like, he's going to be leaving, but we didn't know where he was going to go to, and then obviously, ended up at Elche. What we need him for the road to glory? I think we need 48 points. Or do you mean position? Like, do you mean like who do we need to sign, Ian? Sorry, I don't know whether. But we, as far as what do we need for a card, just under 48 points for a tier 5 right now. 60 points for a tier 4 is what we're looking at. Sloven have not conceded more than 1 goal this season. Mental. Not an easy matchup. Fair enough, Stephen. Yeah. I can buy into that, mate. I can. What do you think about the best attackers for under 23 midweek? Let's have a little butchers. I mean, it's probably going to be Vinny and Rodrigo on paper, isn't it? From the top of my head. I'm sure there's going to be others, but they're just the ones that I know. Yeah, Gabriel Peck will be dangerous as well. Vinny, Peck, Yamal, obviously. Saka, Wirtz, Musiala's a good one at home to Dynamo Zagreb. Struker's has got to be up there. Haaland at home. Oh, no, this is this weekend. Sorry, lads. I've killed you, haven't I? No, have I killed you? Yeah, this is right, isn't it? Yeah. I saw the Dan Rots fixture and I swear they just played Herenveen. Or AZ just played them, didn't they? Yeah. It wasn't 20, sorry. Yeah, I got that one wrong. But yeah, it's got to be out of like Vinny. I mean, away to Portland's not easy, but yeah, Vinny, Yamal, Saka, Musiala, Haaland, the obvious crew. Rodrigo's probably got to be in there. 74% win percentage, sorry. And what's that? 55% 3 goals scored or more. Teke Kubo away to Mallorca, his ex-club. He could probably pop off a little bit there, I would imagine. Mika Brieth away to Brest, not terrible. Barcola at home to Girona, that could be quite nice. This Yira Saw has been, I think he absolutely smashed on the weekend. Yeah, 100 points. He's not terrible. He's not terrible at all. Avsan. But yeah, we'll be building members lineups tomorrow if anyone wants to get in on the action. Midweek builds. We're coming up to what day? It's a couple of weeks until we have gallery reviews as well. But member section's flying right now. Just broke the 100 members mark. Very monumental period for the channel. Thanks to you guys. Sorry, yeah. What do we need to spend? Okay. Areas to strengthen. Yeah, for sure. So obviously just brought another defender in. So we're looking at. Sorry, I need to do this. This is what we're working with. So we've got one goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 4 mids with Clarkson now coming back fit. And then we've got 2 forward. Well, I say 2 forwards, 1 forward because Sabai's off to Saudi to cash in. So yeah, we ideally need another forward, don't we? Really. So we've got about £6. Got about £6 to spend. Plus, if we win anything this weekend, and we're close to crafting a card as well. So this week, on Tuesday, could very well be the biggest in the Road to Glory so far. Episode 7 as well, my lucky number. Yeah, could be really, really fun. So definitely a forward is what we'd have to be targeting. Could quickly look at the matchups for next weekend for the Road to Glory just to see what we're working with and see if we really need anything positionally, just to have a little. Okay, yeah. So Dakovic is playing away to Rijeka, which is obviously a really tough game. So that's not a great start. Affengrubber, is at home to Miranda, so I can take that as a matchup. Bass is away to Warwick. That's not terrible. Bulat's at home. Kenzo is away to the Blades, which is not easy. I mean, yeah, we're definitely plagued with a few away games, aren't we? This weekend. This upcoming weekend. Sorry, it'd be something like that, wouldn't it? So I'm not even that bothered about the Warwick fixture. Really, it's the goalie that we have to worry about, isn't it? He's liable to concede a couple there. So, well, I say that though. Sibanek have been really good this year. So, yeah, but I just foresee it being something like this. Just no AA and concede a couple. So we'll see. Johnny says I'm a Celtic fan, will not be easy. Yeah, I can't imagine you guys make it easy at any point for yourselves. Dan Rots has been pretty disappointing, hasn't he, Jacob? Yeah. What are the chances Bailey starts for Villa? I thought he got injured, Jed, didn't he? I could be wrong, but I'm sure he got injured. Got Jamari for £2, now sells for 9. Love that. That's a good little buy there. Got lucky earlier, one William Pacho from a 3-win streak. That's amazing. I recommend Tobias Koch, however you pronounce it, as an extra midfielder. To be honest, extra midfielders aren't really what I need right now. Are we spelling that wrong or am I spelling that right? Tobias, like that? Not coming up yet. RTG team going crazy. What do you think about Dakovic? He's pretty pricey now. How much is he? Big Antonio. Let me have a look. I don't even know what he's worth. 11 quid. Go on, the boy. Well, that's his floor price anyway. I mean, I'm not... What's his fixtures after that? Istra at home. Hajduk away. Osijek at home. I mean, yeah, not the easiest of fixtures, but he's just producing good scores now and again. So I can't really knock it, The goal really is to get another goalie, isn't it, really? So we can have two teams going out. But I don't want to dilute the quality. I want one good team every week. But even having two goalies, I can still rotate between them, right? So it just gives you more options. How much is Struker's? Probably quite expensive. Now that he's got a forward card, yeah, I can't imagine he's cheap. Yeah, 20 quid. 20 quid. Franco Fagundes. Lokin, what's going on, mate? Any opinions on Schenk? Harry for the under-23 keeper I've purchased for my under-23. Who is that? I don't know who you're on about. Sorry, Johnny. Give me a bit more context. Pierre says, I lost $100. How did you lose $100? You just didn't win $100, right? There's definitely a difference, Pierre. To lose something, you have it, like, it has to be taken away from you, as in, like, you have to have it in the first place, if that makes sense. But I guess you were in the position to win $100. But yeah, I get what you mean. What is the error, by the way, Pierre? Was I spelling that wrong? Ah, there he is. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Tobias Koch. 23 years old, Austrian Bundesliga. Austria Klagenfurt. Okay. Yeah, some good AA scores there. Maybe lacking a decisive or two. Like, we need players who can peak. Like, Julian Bass is obviously my boy right now, who I've really liked for a while. But like, this is what I need. I need players who can not only do the 25 AA, but I need them to get that assist as well, or the goal, or the whatever, right? They need to be capable of that. Like, this is perfect, 25 AA floor with, the capabilities of getting assists and goals is literally, you can't really ask for too much more. He's still only 4 quid, by the way. I did not win. Gutted for you. Considering John Duran has been coming in and scoring goals from sub and the banger yesterday, are Watkins? Nah, I don't know. I'm surely Villa go as strong as possible, wouldn't they? Seb in, for their first Champions League run. What are your opinions on Gula? Did he even play? Did he even get off the bench yesterday? Or did he start? He started, didn't he? Yeah, he started. If Bellingham's fit, sure, don't be put off by that too much, Like, that could obviously change. Johnny says he's Bundesliga too. Pierre says, there's a cap of 50 cards you can see when opening the cards. I have over 50 delayed cards. This caused me to not be able to open 300 plus cards, which of one of them was Danny Olmo, who would have got me 4% collection bonus. Got you. What, has Olmo not got... He doesn't have Barcelona cards yet? Well, he's got a picture. I mean, that might not mean he has cards, though. That's just me saying he has a picture. Surely he's... Yeah, he has Barcelona cards. What's the issue? Or did it come back? Is this late? Like, did this happen late? Did this happen late, Pierre? Was Brahim out for a while? Yeah, but Brahim and Gula aren't, like, vacating the same positions, Ivan. It's Brahim or Rodrigo, right? Like, it's not Brahim or Arda Gula, if that makes sense. Your Olmo card is a Leipzig card. I got you. He would change to Barca if I was able to open him. Okay, interesting. Well, yeah, that just seems very unlucky, man. So I'm sorry about that. I mean, I can't do anything about it, but it doesn't seem like a nice situation. So I am gutted for you, Pierre. But yeah. Big Felipe Anderson. What a man. Ooh, Bruno Fuchs does play. Yeah, I had a good feeling he would start. Oh, go on, Piton. With the early tackle. Start as you mean to go on, my man. Love to see it. Love to see it. Christian Alvarez for under 23 could be an option. Not sure what his price at now. They're minting. They're minting La Liga 2 cards, are they, Ian? I didn't think they were doing that. Or have I just completely missed the mark on that? How are they minting thing cards? Alvarez. Am I spelling that wrong? Christian. Is my Sorare data just being stupid? No, sorry, not minting. I got you. Oh, this kid. Yeah, I know about this kid. £7.50 classic. He would probably elevate us, mine, wouldn't he, with his type of scores. I do agree. He's definitely someone. If he was like in the £4 range, I reckon I would have picked him up. But yeah, if I'm spending, I don't know if I can afford to spend like my whole budget and more on him right now. But yeah, he'd be a massive addition, wouldn't he? Oh, Turbo just joined the Discord. What's going on, mate? Turbo's in. Love it, mate. Love it. I think there's just a CR. I got you. Yeah. Mrs. Cousin is in Sorare. Who is that, Paulie? You know, with FIFA, you can have 30 packs and then the packs behind it aren't shown. The same was with Sorare. The 50 delay cards I couldn't open showed and the Olmo was behind it. That's weird. I kind of know what you mean, but I'm also not really understanding it in a way as well because, like, I have some delayed cards as well. I don't really understand. What do you mean, like, behind them? Like, I can't open my Dakovic. I can't open any of these cards here. Matteo Pellegrini is a good forward for under 23. Let's have a look. Is it this one? Or have I... Oh, this one. Yeah, I don't really... I mean, yeah, he does look pretty good. His AA isn't great, but yeah, it does seem to score goals. I want to kind of avoid Argentina, though, if possible. Not that I have anything against it, but I don't know if I'd prefer to get somebody from Europe if we can. Oh, Ian paid less than £2. That's mad. Ronnie Hale plays for Ross County. Oh, I love that. Was playing for my local team last year. That's mad. They'll only show a certain number of players. You can't scroll to all of them without opening the ones before. Really? I can scroll through all. I was able to scroll through all of mine, Ivan. Or Ivan, sorry. I did see some people weren't able to scroll, but I can scroll through all of these. And I was able to do that like before as well. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is why some people can't, but... Oh, because you had more than 50. I've got you, Pierre. Right, so if you've got more than 50, it's an issue. Right, I got you, Pierre. No, I've got you. I got you, Pierre. Yeah. Budget under 23 forwards are so hard to find. I agree with you, mate. We can kind of have a quick little glance on here. So we'll go under 23. We do forward, yeah. L15, just do descend in. Just have a little butchers through these. Yamal's £200. That's mad. Bonkers. Bakwa £30. Shredderlup's £8, but we'd be having to take a a bit of a gamble on him really, when we Kavicha, Espacito, Minter. Gobo could work. He's only £3. Like, if he can get me these sort of AA games, I know Toulouse aren't great, but running's okay. It's not amazing. But what's he? £3? £3.50. But I think his old cards are mid, aren't they? So that could be a bit of an issue. I mean, Balikwisha's down to £2. Do I just buy Balikwisha and hope he comes back? Like, I have his super rare, but his limited's £2.50. That doesn't seem like a terrible buy. Depending on when he's actually back. I can't imagine he's that far away. I feel like he's been injured since the start of the season. So Nygren for £7 is not terrible. Urasaw is, yeah, but that might be his mid card, so that's a bit deceiving. There's Alvarez. Delinga's 270, but he's not really the AA guy that we really want, is he? Callum Hudson-Odoi's £8. I mean, Plata's just moved to Flamengo. He's playing right now. I wonder if he could be an option, maybe. But again, it's Brazil. That league's finishing. Calimundo for £2. Not terrible, is it? Manhu for £4. That's okay. Jesus Ferreira's £2.50. Wow. Wow. That's nuts. Zarawi, I think he got injured, didn't he? I'm just catching up on the chat. Hugo Ekitike, sorry. Andre Santos looking crazy. Best youngsters in my gallery. Love that tie. When do prizes go down to 700 places for Classic Midweek, but only 300 in season? Is there any benefit to playing in season when I'm not expected to get a top score? Well, in season, you can only play in season if you have in season cards, and they only offer they only give out cash. If that makes sense. I want a Le Perle. Seems decent. How do you avoid overplaying for players on Sorare? Well, you've got to buy them at times when the demand is lower on them, right? So if they're injured or if they don't have a good game week coming up, you have to buy them when people don't want them, when they're less desirable. That's the most simplistic way of avoiding to overpay. Like, you never want to, if you can help it, you never want to buy a card before a day before the deadline, because that's when prices and demand is usually quite high and people FOMO into cards. And I'm not saying I've never done it, but by the way, Cherky's £5. How mental is that? £5 for Ryan Cherky. Mental. Corridor for £2? What do we reckon on that? He hasn't really kicked on this season yet, has he? But doesn't seem terrible. Isaac Davis, Raul Moro, Damarai, Gnonto. Yeah, slim pickings, isn't it, Ian? Like you said, it really is slim pickings. Mind you, this guy's been doing pretty well, isn't he? I've seen some massive scores from him. Michel Sego. He could be on our radar, right? Was he £2? £1.60? I don't mind taking the risk on that, Corridor has an assist ruled out for offside. He was good at the weekend. Okay. I played myself this week. Didn't want to enter D1 Bundesliga due to Bayern stacks. I ended up finishing second in D2. Should have played D1. Yeah, always, if you've got the chance, you should always play in the highest division, I think. If I was you, I'd look to sell one defender and buy Big Mike, isn't it? To lock that Sparta stack. Yeah, but the problem is I don't need, unless, Bass assists that Mike, the centre half. It's good to have stacks, but a centre back doesn't correlate that well with a midfielder and a forward, Unless I've got a goalkeeper and a defender, they correlate quite well, right? Because they both get the clean sheet. But Big Mike, if he gets the clean sheet, that's nothing to do with Bass getting good scores as well. They're mutually exclusive. So the only possibility where it could become a good thing is if Bass assists Mike, if that makes sense. Only his second game. Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be Marcus, but it didn't end up happening, which was obviously annoying. This Ibrahim Marza is supposed to be very good, isn't he? I've seen a few people mention him to me. Mateus Tell, Daniel Maldini, Paulinho, Koki Saito at QPR. How's he been getting on? Off the bench. Off the duty. Christian Oliveira is 90p. Jesus. That's mad. Ibrahim Sissoko Sarawi for £2. That doesn't seem terrible, does it? Doesn't seem terrible. That's mad. Sloan has gone to Bolton. He's had a weird career path so far. He used to be at FC Dallas. Gabri Martinez at Braga £4. That doesn't seem that bad. Ooh, Ian, I think we might have found our guy, you know. Look at this. 10 AA floor, decisive capable, £3.97. And plays in the midweek, but the problem is I don't need him for the midweek, so he could end up getting rotated out for the weekends and screw me over there. So he looks good. Like that is the type of player I'd want, but I don't know if I want somebody that plays midweeks, you know, because that might screw them over on the weekend. Wow, look at that. Julian Bass is £4 himself. Van Brederode. How has he got on so far for Dusseldorf? Has he been playing? No, one game. Feel like something's off with Van Brederode. I don't know whether it's attitude or what, but there's something not quite right with big Myron Van Brederode. Santiago Jimenez, Troy Parrott, Elias Chira. This could be okay. £1 something. This might work, you know. Oviedo boy. This is cheap as well. £1.44. The problem is, does he have forward cards? I'm assuming he does. I can't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, he does. What do we reckon, lads? £1.60. What's their next fixtures? Away, home. Yeah, it's not terrible, but he doesn't seem like a terrible option. Is he on set pieces? Let's have a look. Let's have a Butchers. No, Santi's on them. Okay. Doesn't seem terrible. He's new to me. Okay. The Salzburg game getting cancelled. Yeah, it ruined a couple of my game weeks, a couple of lineups of mine as well, to be fair. Strasbourg are very good, Tyler. I agree with you. Yeah, Dylan Bakwa. They've got a few good players. Aaron said he's been in good form recently. Does he play as a 9? Does he play as a winger? What is it? Oh, he plays as a winger, yeah. Okay. 2 shots on target, attempted assist. I can get behind that. He might be a decent option. For £1.60, I don't see that being like a terrible move for us, does it really? Should we do it? Let's wait. Let's wait a little bit. Seems like good value though, if I'm being honest, with that type of, like, somebody that can hit 70, 75s is what we're looking for. And he does that for £1.50, so that doesn't seem like the worst move in the world for us. And it still gives us like a fiver to play with. You know, we can bank the fiver and keep it for now and save it for a rainy day. Sorry, that could be the play. What do we reckon? Leo Roman, isn't he not quite expensive? I'm assuming he'd be quite expensive, but I don't know. I haven't tracked him since his move. Or maybe he didn't move, did he? Or he was going to move to Arsenal, wasn't he? But I guess he didn't in the end. Ramzani at Leeds. Ruta. Aleu. Noah Iowa, sorry. Wilson Odebert. I think he goes on the short list. Yeah, I agree with you. He definitely goes on the short list, doesn't he? Someone said look at Jacob Braum. Let's have a look at him. However you pronounce it. Jacob Braum. Jacob. Go ahead. Okay. 20 years old. £1.80. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. So 5 games in. That's some good AA, by the way. I can get behind that, you know. He only played 58 minutes on the weekend. Did he get... Okay, so he scored and they dragged him off at 58th minute. I'd be fuming. I'd be fuming with that. Okay, he looks really good, actually. I just X'd out. I don't know why I X'd out, but... I'm going to create a little watch list. So what was it? Jacob. Let's go. New watch list. RTG forward options. Let's throw him in there. And then Chira goes in as well. Okay, back to the... I appreciate that, Leo. Nice shout. Nice shout, that is. Sorry, mate. All tongue-tied there. Marquinhos. Big Yorbe Vitesse and 90p. Brennan's only £3. Wow. Wow. Simic has just gone to Kortrijk on loan from Cardiff. £1. Ooh, Carlos Forbes has cards for Wolves. Okay. Downey probably doesn't play that much, or does he? Brian Brobby's £12. Okay. Griffin Yow's 90p. Griffin Yao is definitely going on the watch list for 90p. He's got to make the cut, hasn't he? Really, has to make the cut. Brennan is terrible so far. Seems clueless today. Missed 2 huge chances. Were they huge chances though? Let's have a look. Were they defined as big chances missed? Maybe they were. No, they weren't. So they were potentially big chances, but not in the definition of Opta. I'll have to look back on the highlights there, Sebastian, on that one. Annoys me to bits. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Welsh fan, so I do get annoyed by Brennan as well when he plays for us. Sometimes I think he just lost his confidence, to be honest. He's just not as confident as he used to be, like beating players. Wow, Benny Traore is only £2.89. Lads, have we found our forward option here? That could be really tasty for £2.90. Definitely going on the watch list. Conrad De La Fuente, Adiemi. There's some decent options out there. We've shortlisted a couple, haven't we? We've shortlisted a couple. There was one where he was 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper, and it seemed like he passed the keeper. I'll have to have a watch of that. I know he ain't starting yet for Rennes, but I really like Andres Gomez. Yeah, he's good. I do know a lot about him, obviously, from the MLS, Leo. So, yeah, I'm aware of Andres Gomez. Good player. And I can tell you Tottenham is a total lack of confidence. Against Leicester and Newcastle, you could see where we weren't confident in the way we played. Quick football today, it was slow and scared passes. I mean, that's going to happen, though. You're playing against one of the best teams in the league in Arsenal. Like, that does bring out, a scared mentality in some way. Like, I do get that. Dion Bello's only £2, by the way, Ian. Surely he has to go on the watch list as well. At that price. Has to. Has to. What about Raul Moro? Yeah, he's not too bad, is he, Aaron? I've seen him before, to be fair. He was a Lazio kid, wasn't he? I'm tempted to invest in Fraser Forster. Oh, will he play Europa League games, will he? Paul? For Spurs? Surely not. Pre-sleep stream. Love that, Si. Love that, mate. I get you, but if you want to play the football we do, and if you want to win silverware, you have to believe you with it. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, to be honest, Seb, that has been Tottenham's downfall, hasn't it? Like the mentality of the club in the nicest way possible. It's always, like, from when I can remember, it's always been that way. Like, they just have been a bit too soft, in my opinion. That's always been the case, and that just kind of comes through with the lack of silverware, they've just never been able to get over the line, right? There's just obviously some sort of mental block there, which, for whatever reason, it just doesn't click. Mateo Joseph is £50 floor price. That is ridiculous. Very good player, obviously very low mints, so that's kind of why. Or low supply, sorry. That is still mental though. That's nuts. But But I think we're going to call the stream off there, lads, to be honest. Not because I'm bored or anything, but I need to have some food. I haven't eaten all day, basically, and I've been driving. So I'm knackered. I didn't put it on Twitter yet, but I was going to put it. If anyone's into Yu-Gi-Oh, I've got a signed pop vinyl by the voice actor that plays Yugi in the cartoons and stuff. So yeah, bought that this weekend. It's my first. Well, I do have a little Charmander up here, but he's just not rare or anything. So he's just for the background. But this one will be staying in the box. Little collectible. But yeah, I'm gonna have it as part of my background somewhere, but I don't know where I'm gonna fit it in. Ian, leave me alone. Leave me alone, mates. Come on, we're all nerds. We're all nerds. Deep down. I hate that always. Tottenham is not the same like it was 15, 20 years ago. We are actually a big club now with everything we do except on the field. Yeah, but Seb, that's the most important thing, right? Like, what you do on the field makes you a big club or not. I know there's finances or whatever, but you are defined by your success on the field, unfortunately, in the game of football. And so for me, I don't know if we can call Tottenham a massive club. Maybe big, but financially and all that, infrastructure-wise, yeah, there's no doubt. But like I said, you're judged off your success on the field. For me, anyway, as a fan. Leo, I actually do know that Ozzy Herrera as well. He's the Mexican kid, isn't he? He's let me do it this way, sorry. There he is. He's at Tigres now, isn't he? He's pretty good. I think it's quite hard to. Yeah, there's a couple of substitute appearances in here that make it a bit dodgy, but he's not a bad shout. I mean, he's probably really cheap, right? Yeah, £1. But like for him, for £1, or do I just buy Chiara for £2? It's a bit of a no-brainer for me, that one. Let's see how my Vasco boys are getting on, and then we'll end the stream there, lads. It's been a nice little random Sunday stream, but I've really enjoyed it, to be fair. Go on the Piton. The doubles in for now. What a man. 5 AA for the keeper. I tell you what, lads. I don't want to jinx it because we know Flamengo are a very good team and they're probably going to score. And my dreams will get shattered. But 50 points away from a tier 4. 67 points away from a tier 3. I'd love to win a challenger tier 3, and if it was a forward, oh my god, we're in the money there. But I won't get too ahead of myself because this can definitely come crashing down. I don't trust Vasco, even though they're the Brazilian love of my life. I can't trust them, especially away to Flamengo. Anyway, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm going to call off the stream there. Mikey Baston, you show up right at the end. Sort it out, mate. Sort it out. I agree with you, Seb. Yeah, the mentality definitely needs to change. Glenn Holder, what's going on, mate? Afternoon, mate. Nearly did the seamlessly impossible and get star rare in the Mbappe Cup. No way. Finished 23rd. No way. As in like somebody had the All Black clean sheet. Sorry. I was going to say, I thought he got a clean sheet, but yeah. And that went in your favour, but I guess, yeah, it went against you. I'm gutted for you, Glenn. I really am, mate. That is horrible. Really tough one. Really tough one to take. Anyway, absolute pleasure, lads. I'll be back, obviously, all this week and stuff. Members section streaming tomorrow, probably, for the midweek because it's Champions League. And yeah, it's all going on. Really appreciate